So if I was going to say to you Polish architecture, what would be the first words that would come to mind? I'll be honest now, speaking as someone who's a citizen in this country who lived here for 11 years, the first thing that would come to mind is grey apartment block. Turns out that actually Polish architects are doing some awesome stuff. Editor Philip, show this incredible building right now on the picture. This is very far away from that horrible stereotype I just gave you. This is the story of a stunning transformation of a disused windmill, obviously, because you can see, which has been turned into a 79-meter square residential home. Boy, oh boy. So you know those programs where they redo the houses and all the rest of it? Imagine how much work it took to turn an old wooden windmill, basically in this really beautiful rural landscape, into that. I get scared at the idea of painting my living room. You know, the idea of assembling IKEA furniture all day fills me with dread and horror and fear and anxiety. So just imagine how hard it must have been to even think this up. So this was created, this windmill house, by two architects called Tomasz Padła and Michał Kucharski from the Katowice-based O4 Architects, and it's been winning rave reviews from architectural magazines, as you can probably imagine. I'd love to go and visit this windmill. Editor Philip, keep showing as many pictures as you can. It won an award, and it's been noticed by an investor who actually owns a windmill. And basically, they've won awards for this, and they've been picked up on. It's been hailed in Arch Daily, the Plan.it, and White Mad, and everyone's saying it's awesome. Wouldn't you want to live in a place like this? Now, I'm going to use the occasion to talk about the fact that Polish architecture doesn't normally look like this. So as I travel around the Polish countryside, especially the flat plains of Mazowsza, the Mazovian region where Warsaw is located, I have to say I'm often left distinctly unimpressed by the state of the local architecture. And I remember when I met a friend about 10 years ago, and his girlfriend said, "Oh, I've been to Warsaw. It's so ugly, you know." And I wanted to slam my vodka glass down on the table. I was quite angry afterwards, because like, what the hell do you know about this place? You see, there's a reason why the countryside of England, whence I hail, is so awesome. You know, old pubs and thatched roofs and wattle and daub buildings that have been there for 700, 600, 800 years. It's because no armed forces have moved through there raping, pillaging, murdering, and burning. Well, that's not true of Poland. If you happen to live where I live, then the Red Army were just over there in 1920, 21. Okay, then they were back again. All the way through the Second World War, armies have been pillaging and plundering back and forth on this land. So there's a very great reason why buildings like this just don't exist. There is no heritage. There's no family that wasn't hurt, injured, stolen from, or worse, brutalized and terrorized, certainly. No family in this country would have escaped that, which means that no building did either. So when I look at this windmill, it fills me with a hope that as the generations go on, the Polish countryside might end up looking like that. It would be my dream to live in a place like this, man. Awesome team from O4 Architects have made it a reality. And you've got to say, if you're going to have an 80-meter square flat, you want it to look like that. Well done, guys. What do you reckon? Would you live in a place like this? Would you like the rest of the Polish countryside to look like this? Would you agree with my assessment of Polish architecture? Do you think I'm being unfair? That's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion. It's an open forum here on What's Up Poland. So check out What's Up Poland. We have regular news stories about the country. And of course, you can find out lots of inspiring, interesting, and appealing, and of course, exciting stories about Poland. If you subscribe to this channel, you're a wise person, my friend. I'll see you again for another episode of What's Up Poland.